One sunny day, a young man stood in the square in the middle of the city and proudly showed off the most beautiful heart in the area. He was surrounded by a crowd of people who sincerely admired the impeccability of his heart. It was really perfect, no dents, no scratches. And everyone in the crowd agreed that it was the most beautiful heart they had ever seen. The guy was very proud of it and just beamed with happiness. Suddenly, an old man stepped forward from the crowd, addressing the young man. "Your heart was not even close to mine in beauty." Then the whole crowd looked at the old man's heart. It was crumpled, all in scars. In some places pieces of the heart were taken out and others were inserted in their places that did not fit at all. Some edges of the heart were torn. In addition, in some places in the old man's heart, pieces were clearly missing. The crowd stared at the old man. How could he say that his heart is more beautiful? The boy looked at the old man's heart and laughed. "You might be joking, old man. Compare your heart to mine. Mine is perfect. And yours is a mess of scars and tears." "Yes," the old man replied, "your heart looks perfect, but I would never agree to exchange our hearts. Look. Every scar on my heart is a person to whom I gave my love. I ripped out a piece of my heart and gave it to that person. And he often gave me his love in return, his piece of heart, which filled the empty spaces in mine. But because the pieces of different hearts don't exactly fit together, that's why I have torn edges in my heart that I treasure because they remind me of the love we shared. Sometimes I gave pieces of my heart, but other people didn't give me back theirs. That's why you can see empty holes in the heart when you give your love. There are not always guarantees for reciprocity. And although these holes bring pain, they remind me of the love that I shared, and I hope that one day these pieces of heart will return to me." Now do you see what true beauty means? The crowd froze. The young man stood dumbfounded in silence. Tears flowed from his eyes. He went up to the old man, took out his heart and tore off a piece from it. With trembling hands, he offered a piece of his heart to the old man. The old man took his gift and inserted it into his heart. Then, in response, he tore a piece from his battered heart and inserted it into the hole that had formed in the young man's heart. The piece fit but not perfect, and some of the edges were sticking out and some were torn. The young man looked at his heart, no longer perfect, but more beautiful than it was before, until the old man's love touched him. And they, embracing, went along the road.